My name's Kaz McCue, and I'm a Northern Michigan artist. I've done a lot of work here with Michigan Legacy Art Park, and I'm known as a storyteller. I lived in Leland for a while and was really, I spent a lot of time down around the Fishtown area and, looking for Leland bluestones and learning the history about the iron iron smelting factory that was there, and where that, the slag from that went into the water, and that's what created the Michigan bluestones. And, so that idea of, iron melting, iron furnaces, and the fact that that looked like an oven, it was kind of my connection to Michigan. And, while I was wandering around in the marina in Leland, it was always kind of fun to imagine the iron furnaces there and their connection to like the river and the dam, and, what that place might have looked like before the marina was built up and kind of Fishtown was closed in by the breakwater. So I almost think of it as like as a representation of a thing that's a ghost. A lot of where I live in northern Michigan, Leelanau County, there's a lot of places that had been there that are kind of lost and gone. We spent a lot of time in Port Oneida, and it's kind of a ghost area. There's a lot of farms and stuff that people don't live in anymore. So there's that idea of a phantom. So I kind of looked at that piece as a phantom of that one part of Michigan with the iron, and that drove a lot of the commerce that happened up and down the shore. So that was how I kind of worked it into the history of Michigan. That's kind of a tribute to Charles Demuth, who was working at a time when industrialization was, it kind of looked at as a beautiful thing. He had done a piece with Five. It was very mechanical. And so it was kind of a tribute to him. And I also like the fact that it adds another dimension to the piece and makes people kind of wonder. It's like, well, what does Five mean? So there's another layer of language in there that is kind of appealing to me. The furnace piece, I actually pulled it out of a debris pile in Long Island, New York. It was awful when I pulled it out, and I kind of cleaned it up a little bit and then started to look at it and see all the little parts. And I love the arch on it. And so the arch and then that enclosed space behind it was kind of where I started from. And then the bricks, I just found in a refuse pile somewhere. I think it was from a house that was torn down. So I love to recycle stuff, and that scavenging is really a major part of my research, and just looking for form, looking for, like I said, materials that have kind of inherent stories in them, and that can also imply other meanings, and then kind of recreating those relationships is kind of where my storytelling comes in, and relying on those materials as different verses or different pieces to that story is really important.